Hello there guys, my name is Jay or DA and welcome to another bit of a channel update, should we call it. So I do these every sort of few months just to keep you guys informed on what's going on with the channel and myself, because why not, and you guys seem to like knowing what I'm up to. And quite a lot has changed actually. There's a lot of things that have been sort of changed and tweaked. One of them you'll probably notice is behind me. For any of you that have watched the computer build series for Hanzo, my new PC, you'll notice behind me that everything's changed. The bar's actually a lot different now, and what I'll do is I'll actually slap in a couple of fading over shots of the bar, because essentially what we've done is we have revamped the roof. We basically took the whole roof off and we've got contracts into that, and we basically had a new roof put in, something called a living roof, which is like so you'll see it, but it's like a box section going around, and then you've got this like prism in the middle. We've increased the capacity of the projector. We've got a 100-inch screen that comes down on motors, which is absolutely amazing. We've also got a new projector to go with that, which comes down from the ceiling, which looks pretty damn cool. Me and my dad had to try and figure out all the cabling for that, which was an absolute arse to fit. But yeah, we've got the bar done as well. We've got a new worktop on here, which I actually had to draw up on CAD, because we needed some sort of external people to make it for us, and it's a solid oak sort of a construction, which is absolutely awesome. We've also got some lights that go all the way around in like a sort of a box section, sort of tunnel thing, and essentially it goes all the way around the conservatory, and you can have it to whatever colour you desire, which is kind of like a favourite of mine, because with the PC that I got, you can change all the colours on that, and it's kind of like the same thing in here, which is brilliant. So you can sort of have that set to tempos of songs and stuff like that, or you could just have it fade in and out, strobe, which is pretty trippy on a good day. And yeah, it's really, really cool. We've also got a sound system that's actually up inside the box section. So we've got 4 speakers dotted around this place that you can actually hear the songs crystal clear all the way around, which is again mental. So in here, when it's like rock nights, as we call them in here, we have a good night in here. It's pretty cool. We've only got like a little bit left to do, to be honest, on it. One bit is the gaming section, which is just over there, which did have the Atari and everything on, but we're looking to condense the amount of games consoles that are down there at the moment. We've got a few boxes that we need to figure out as well, because we've got the control, the amp for the speakers and everything else, and we've also got a whole other bunch of cabling sort of things to sort out as well. And then once that's really done, I think that's about it, to be honest. But there's loads of stuff going on in here that's just, again, mental. It looks 10 times better now as well, which is really cool. So we'll hopefully get this backdrop in a bit more now with the bar, which makes me sort of, it comforts me a little bit. I mentioned to you guys that I went and did I went and did an interview for the EF Awards, which is it's like an organisation that I went through with my apprenticeship. I did 4 years on my apprenticeship. I'm now a qualified mechanical design engineer, which is really cool. And essentially I got shortlisted. You know, there was just like 10 of us, you know, from a group of like 1,000 or 2. Some people being from Jaguar, Land Rover, Rolls Royce and Siemens and stuff like that, and I was one of 10 people chosen for the shortlist, which is absolutely amazing. It's a massive accomplishment, and again I'd like to thank you guys, because I actually sort of used you guys a little bit in terms of the sort of my interview form that I did, and my application form, and essentially I mentioned the fact that I do YouTube as well as go to work and do everything else, and yeah, I think that was one of the big factors that sort of helped as well, because it showed that I was going above and beyond doing just work at home and actually challenging myself by doing stuff like this and entertaining 22,000 people, which is pretty intense. So yeah, thank you for that, guys. And yeah, it went well. I went to like this sort of day where we had like a meal and stuff, and they read out all the awards and all this other stuff, and there was a lot of female engineers that actually won a lot of the awards, which I was I'm quite surprised at, but pleasantly surprised, because you don't normally see that many sort of females in sort of the area. And yeah, it's nice to see a lot of like young female, people that's actually getting involved in engineering, which is really, really cool. So the next thing is videos and what is upcoming next, because there's a lot of things that have happened with videos. One of the things is we played Osiris New Dawn, which was brilliant up until the point where it broke. And I don't really want to jump in and out inconsistently with that, because I don't think it's a good sort of strategy. So I sort of ended it at a point where I was kind of annoyed at it, because they basically sort of nerfed me as a player and allowed everything else just to conquer and kill me, which was horrible. It was really, really horrible. I spent about 3 hours trying to record that, and it was just impossible. And yeah, so we've got kind of a bit of space now, really, because we're currently working on survival, me, Robin, Bram and Jeremy. We're working on sort of getting some survival episodes pre-recorded. We managed to get 4 pre-recorded at the moment. We want to try and get to 6, because of how inconsistent we are with being able to sort of sit down together in a chat. We can't really record that often. So this is just down to how busy we all are. So we are trying to sort of get 6 episodes done, which is roughly around about 3 weeks worth of stuff. If we can try and get it up to like a point, like maybe try and push to Christmas time, then we can sort of maybe try and finish up a little bit at Christmas time, get some recorded over the Christmas break, and then come back with it in the new year. That'd be really cool. But yeah, it's going well. We're sort of pushing through that, trying to deal with space engineers as it is, and it's a bit annoying, to be fair. Just things in multiplayer really don't work at the moment, and making sort of videos with 4 people consistently in the same videos is very difficult, but we're pushing through and getting there. So yeah, that's one thing. Another thing is we've got a choice on what sort of games you guys want me to see now, or what you guys want to see even. So we've got a choice of like Subnautica, maybe doing the underwater survival and stuff, because that's had a lot of patches lately. We've then also got Eden Star, which has had a lot of refurbishment. They actually re-released the game and sort of revamped it even more, which is really cool. And we've got a bunch of other sort of survival sci-fi space games. There are a few that I'm looking at, but I'm not sure how far I can press with them, because I don't like to. I'd like to maybe do probably 10 episodes of the game and then have a break from it and go back to it, because not a lot of the games are like Space Engineers where you can consistently sit there and play and play and play. They're very boring after a while. So we could probably visit a few of those if you guys want me to. Give us a shout in the comment section as to which one, and I'll happily have a look at them. We've then also got Space Engineers as a whole. I'm currently building something, but I can't really release it. I'll give you a bit of a teaser, sort of fly over now while I'm talking. But essentially, it's another exploration craft that I'm calling the Talon 9. And it's getting there. There's a lot more to add to it and a lot more detail to put into it, because it is, again, a small ship gone wild. Not a lot of people like those, but I love them because you put so much detail into stuff. It's awesome, and I'm all about details, details, details. And yeah, so I'm trying to get that finished and sorted, but as you can tell, the whole ship is grey, because Space Engineers in the dev version at the moment has this bug where you can't paint. And basically you try and paint and the game crashes. It just completely closes, comes up with a little error message, click OK, and then that's it, you have to start again. So I can't paint anything, and it's kind of getting in the way, because I want to try and do a lot with the paint job on this ship, and it's not helping me out, the fact that I can't at the moment. Which means I'm trying to do a lot of details before I paint, which I hate doing, because that means I'm going to have to go back through it and delete blocks and paint things, and it's just a lot more annoying painting that way, because it's a bit backwards. So that's Space Engineers. That's one of the issues I'm having at the moment, but we'll push through it and we'll hopefully get that released as soon as. But I'll keep giving you guys updates if it sort of doesn't come out in the next 2 to 3 weeks. The next thing is just really input from you guys. You guys have been very, very vocal the past few weeks, and thank you ever so much. But I want you guys just to try and give me a shout as to what you want. So what do you want? Do you want me to do like maybe some unboxing videos in terms of like the crates that are out there? Would you like me to look at maybe I don't know, PO boxes or something, setting up one of them so you guys can send me stuff? Or maybe do something else that's completely different and completely random. I don't know, because at the moment it's winter and paintballing. I'm hoping to try and kick back up next year. It's not going to happen this year because it's a bit cold for all that, and yeah, it's just a bit cold and I'm a bit too busy. So maybe try and start that back up next year. But is there anything you guys would like to see sort of that could continue over to the new year that would be quite fun? Because I've got loads of ideas, whether they'd work I'm not sure, but hopefully with your guys' input you can shape me in the right direction. And as another thing, as I did mention earlier, thank you guys for all the support. How vocal you've been over the past sort of few weeks has been mental, and the channel has actually started to kick back up a lot now. I've had a lot of input from a lot of the workshop guys who develop, build a lot of the creations on Spotlight and stuff, and they've sort of helped me out a little bit as well. And it's been really, really cool, and I'm sort of making some new friends like Ava Slash, who did a lot of the big ships, and yeah, it's been really, really cool. And again, let's hope it continues onto the new year, because it'll be brilliant to sort of try and get this kicking off even more. So again, thank you very much guys. If you have enjoyed this video, please like it and of course subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!